Hi everyone, I'm Josh. 欢迎回到中文播客。
Hello everybody, my name is Joy. Welcome back to Chinese Pod.
今天我们要聊的是一些关于动物的谚语，还有一些我们常常在日常生活中听到的句子。
中国人很喜欢动物。Chinese people love animals, and a lot of times we share some similar characteristics with animals. So today we're going to talk about some personification of people who are not really as how they appear, or people who mess up an entire organization by one small action, using animals as the main subject of these idioms and usages.
对，今天我们要聊的这些谚语都跟动物有关系，而且它也在形容的是人的道德关系。那我们今天就开始吧。
Let's check it out.
我们来看看第一个，披着羊皮的狼。
So a wolf that is carrying or being covered with sheep skin. Let's break down those words. 披着, the verb, to be covered in. The next one is 羊皮. 羊皮 is sheep skin. The 狼, apostrophe S, wolf. So this is an Aesop's fable story, right?
对，
We know the story is something about a disguise. How does it go?
所以一只狼披着羊皮进到了很多羊的地方。
So there's a wolf that's covered in sheepskin and he walks into the herd of sheep.
结果狼把所有羊吃掉了，最后放羊人很生气，所以才抓出这只狼。
So the shepherd was very angry because he discovered that the wolf actually ate all of the sheep and he got really mad and then captured him.
那你觉得披着羊皮的狼这句话是什么意思？
我觉得是一个人看起来非常好，里面是坏人。Actually a bad person. So that means that this person looks harmless or even kind on the outside. But when you get to know them, they're actually really mean or they're bad.
真的要小心。
Yeah, definitely have to be very careful. Now, we can also have the other way around, right?
对，我们刚刚说披着羊皮的狼，那披着狼皮的羊有什么意思？
So same structure again. 披着 to be covered in. 狼皮 this time, wolf skin. The 羊 a sheep, so that's apostrophe S and then sheep. So the sheep that's covered in wolf's clothing, 意思是人看起来可能很凶猛，但是人非常好。
对，
So it's somebody who appears maybe really aggressive or mean or more just not as friendly on the outside. But when you get to know them, they're soft as a sheep.
没错。
那 Josh, do you have a story?
当然，我有一个朋友，他看起来非常的凶，而且平常都不怎么说话，他还穿着黑色的衣服，但是他其实是一个很好的人。
It's always a nice surprise when you find out that one, but the other one, the first one, not a nice surprise.
这些人其实只对他们相信的人好。
So we talked about the second one, that wolf that's actually a sheep inside, they are only nice to people they really trust. 所以他们或许是好朋友。
或许是好的人，对，
这告诉我们 never judge anybody by how they look.
没错。
不要以貌取人。Oh, that's another idiom.
Oh, let's talk about it next time.
Oh, I have an example. 我认识一个人，他是披着狼皮的羊。I know somebody who is a sheep covered in wolf skin.
是谁呀？
是 Josh. 有吗？有人说吗？
其实常常很多人说我是一只披着狼皮的羊，因为我不笑的时候看起来很凶。
好，我们来一个狼的脸 ，a wolf face。再来一个羊的脸 ，sheep face。
所以我们平常说话的时候要常常笑。
不笑就会变成狼，so you gotta smile more。
接下来我们听听这个句子：挂羊头卖狗肉。
挂羊头 ，so 挂 is the verb for to hang，羊头 a sheep head， 卖狗肉，卖 is to sell, 狗 dog 肉 so selling dog meat. So you're hanging a sheep's head but selling dog meat.
对，
这是中国市场的故事吗？
很常在中国市场里面看到有把肉挂起来的样貌。
还有头挂在店里。
没错。
So in Chinese markets, you can often see an entire head of a sheep or duck, chicken,
鸡呀、鸭等等。
or any sort of animal body parts being hung at the market to be sold. 这个故事在说一个店家要卖东西，可是他骗人了吗？
对，他原本要卖的是羊肉，但是他却卖狗肉。
Oh, so it's talking about somebody who is offering some sort of merchandise and they're actually selling something else, not what's shown. So they're lying.
羊肉是贵的，狗肉很便宜。
Okay, so basically you're putting something out there like a sheep head, like it's super expensive, and this is something that everybody would pay a lot for, but instead you're not actually selling that. You're selling that dog meat, which is super cheap. So how do they make these two things look like each other?
这我就不知道了。
Is there a situation where you've come across
你听过网络交友吗 ，Joy？
网络交友非常危险 Scary. Have you ever done that before?
其实有。
Tell me about it.
上次我在网络交友的时候遇到一个很好看的人，但是见到本人之后，这个人长得跟照片完全不一样，简直是挂羊头卖狗肉呀。
So you were lied to. 长什么样子？
长得比较，我只能说跟照片不一样。
人很好。So in an internet dating situation, there's often cases where you think that you're looking for someone and then you arrive on the spot and you realize they're totally different from the picture. And Joshua very conservatively just says, a totally different look from the picture.
所以这时候我们可以说挂羊头卖狗肉。这个句子不只能拿来形容人，而且也可以拿来形容企业。
So we're talking about a company that lies to its customers?
没错，你听过之前非常恐怖的假奶粉新闻吗？
很恐怖，是卖了什么？
一间奶粉公司说他们进口的是新西兰的奶粉，却被政府查出来根本不是。
那是哪儿进口的？
我也不知道，但是他们在奶粉里面加了很多对身体不好的东西。
Okay, so this black-hearted corporation, that is 黑心企业, what happened was that they were selling baby formula that they claimed to be from New Zealand. Instead, it wasn't from New Zealand and it had harmful things inside of it.
所以我们可以说，这是一间挂羊头卖狗肉的黑心企业。
Wow, long sentence right there. 挂羊头卖狗肉的黑心企业. That's hanging a sheep head but selling dog meat. We have the apostrophe S. Black-hearted corporation. 黑心企业。
我们来听听一个有意思的句子：一颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥。
一颗老鼠屎 So one, 一颗 the unit. 老鼠屎 mouse poop. What happened? 坏了 it ruined. 一锅粥 an entire bowl or pot of porridge. 为什么？
因为在中国的农村里面，一锅粥可以让全村的人吃。
Okay, so a pot of porridge can be offered to an entire village. So that's a big deal. It's a lot of people.
是呀，但是一颗老鼠屎很小。
这么小 A small piece of mouse poop is affecting or ruining an entire pot of porridge. So that means that a person doing something affects a bunch of people
没
negatively.
错，没错。比如说，在开会的时候，一个人迟到，所有人都要等他，这时候我们就会说，一颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥。
I hate when that happens. Every time it's the meeting and it's like 20 minutes later, but this person's really important, so we have to wait for him. And then he comes in and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, but everybody's already in such a bad mood.
你有遇过这样的状况吗？
我想一想，有，在一个公司里面，有一个人忘记发电邮，没想到失去重要的客户。So I've met a situation where somebody forgot to send an email and the company lost out on a very big client. 所以很严重呀。
对，这时候我们可以说，一颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥。那这个人，我们更可以说他是老鼠屎。
So next time you see this person, you can call him mouse poop.
我们来复习一下刚刚提到的句子。披着羊皮的狼。
Okay, so the first one is a wolf in sheepskin or a sheep in wolfskin, which means that a person is not how they seem. And how they seem is usually nice or super not nice, but actually in the inside, they're the opposite.
是，那我们刚刚也说的，挂羊头卖狗肉。
This is hanging a sheep's head, but actually just selling dog meat. So we're talking about people or companies that are lying.
最后我们也说了，一颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥。
Which is a piece of mouse poop ruined an entire pot of congee. That's not good. We don't want to be that.
那我们当然不要当那颗老鼠屎。
我们也不要当披着羊皮的狼，或是披着狼皮的羊。We don't want to be any of those.
我们更不要去卖狗肉。
And we definitely don't want to sell dog meat. And we don't want to be different from who we say we are or what we appear to be. Thanks for joining us today. 我是 Joy.
我是 Josh。
下次见。拜
拜
拜。
Introducing Chinese Pod Recap, the app with fast summary lessons. How much time do you have? Join us in the beta program. For more info, go to ChinesePod.com/recap.